Leos, welcome to your May forecast, May 2019. I hope you're doing well. This is Sherry from True Tarot for today, and we're going to be looking at a weather report of the upcoming month and what's ahead. And so we're going to start with your first house. And for those Leos that are female, you can be seen through a partner of yours or a man, or this can be an aspect of yourself as well. It's generally a card of somebody who handles money well. They're a banker, they have real estate, they own successful businesses. So it's someone who has like a lot of clout in the financial world and has a lot of finances at their disposal. This person is very comfortable with money and money management. And for the female Leos, you may appear this way to the world as somebody who manages money, manages real estate. Your sexuality won't be coming through that strong. You'll be more seen as like the owner of property, the banker, the financial whiz. Or if you're a Leo woman and that doesn't sound like you, then the world is seeing you through some man that you're associating yourself with, and you're getting eclipsed by this person's business acumen or their success or their financial wealth. Okay, in your money house, you have a friendship card and a happiness card and a loyalty card. So again, your reading has a lot to do with money for this month, and I'll explain to you why. But in the second house, you could be happy about your tax return. You could be happy about investments, your 401k. You can be happy, that your accountant did the right thing by you and you got more money back than you thought. But usually this indicates that you use your money for pleasure and for enjoying life, and you're reasonably satisfied with your finances at the moment because it provides you opportunities to indulge and to enjoy the things that you like. And so for the month of May, Venus is going to go into Taurus in a little while, and you'll probably find yourself very happy to have your Leo in luxuries in the second half of the month. It will be important to you, and you'll see your money as a way of pleasure and enjoyment, and that the money is really there so that you can be happy and enjoy your life. The third house represents communications. These can be online in this day and age, Facebook, social media. And the third house also represents your neighbors, your cousins, your siblings. And you do have a partnership with some person that's quite good. So whether this is a family member or a neighbor, you may hear of some of your neighbors, starting successful partnerships. You may actually, start a partnership with someone in the neighborhood, a business venture where you share the same vision or goal. And so it's a card of, mutual understanding. The wands represent enterprise, creativity, and, visionary sight towards the future to achieve goals. So someone in your environment or your family, you will feel motivated to partner up with in some venture. In your home, this is another pentacle card, and so just as the world sees you as the owner of property or the estate owner, or they see you as successful in business, owning your own company, or managing the money of others and being very good with money management. In your home, you're the Queen of Pentacles. So this goes for the male Leos and the females. Again, this is the card of security, comfort, the good things in life, taking care of oneself. It's a card of psychological stability as well. It's the Earth Mother. It's a grounded person. So you Leos are going to feel, not only a sense of pleasure, but a real sense of wanting to be someone who owns property or who's comfortable in their home, who's comfortable with the finances that they have. And ultimately, it's to enjoy life and have fun, which is what Leos like to do. Okay, in your children house, the fifth house represents children and new relationships. New relationship, I consider someone you've met in the last 3 years. You have the Tower card. So this is the card of expect the unexpected. Your children may throw you a curveball. You may be astounded by something they communicate to you or something that happens to them. And usually you don't see it coming. It's like very shocking. So it doesn't have to be something bad like a car accident or, hi mom, I'm in jail. Hi dad, I'm in jail. It can be a card of, hi mom, I got married. Hi mom, I decided to go back to school. Okay, so this is basically saying one of your children or your pets, because today a lot of people replace, the children with the pets, is going to, do something that's going to surprise you or catch you off guard. If it's a new love, meaning a man you've met or a woman you've met in the last 3 years, same advice, expect the unexpected. Someone's going to try to do something, whether it's for shock value or not. Hi, my car got broken into. I can't meet you tonight. Hi, the water, hose broke. The water heater exploded. You're just going to hear something that you don't see coming and that you don't expect. Now, hopefully it isn't like more personal, like I don't want to see you anymore. I don't really sense that from this card, but I do sense that you will be surprised and maybe even a little shocked by news you hear regarding someone around you, whether that's your kids, your pets, or a new love. In your work house, you have the card of boundaries and struggle. And so at work this month, Leos, you're not really going to enjoy yourself. You're going to feel that you're surrounded by a lot of adults who don't understand boundaries and people that just kind of get you irritated and get in your hair and get in your space. And it's a card where you feel a sense of frustration that, people just don't kind of do their own job, and you don't like the busy bees and the people around you that instead of doing their own work, they're butting their noses in where they don't belong. And so this is a card where there's a certain degree of struggle. And you may have to define and, defend your turf and your boundaries. And this can be physical space, it can be accounts you have, it can be customers you have. You're just a little irritated that, it has to be such a struggle with people. Especially because in your money house, it shows that you really want to enjoy yourself, maybe even go on vacation and use some money for, a little more hedonistic pleasure. But at work, it's kind of like every man for himself, and it's going to feel irritating to you. You're going to lose your patience in May with, the drama. Okay, in your partnership house, partners can be kids, mates, family members, landlords, colleagues, business associates. You have the stalemate card. So in one of your relationships, you and someone else is being kind of stubborn, or they're just stuck. And usually it's stuck in their head making a decision. So one of your partners may have difficulty. They may not feel that they can move right now or make a decision moving forward. And they're sort of weighing out, the pros and cons. but they don't feel that they have access to movement. They feel stuck. And so usually this isn't just imagined, this is someone, it could be finances holding them back, it could be a marriage, it could be circumstances, but they're not ready to make any kind of definitive decision. So one of your partners is stuck, and you're just going to have to be patient and don't expect, a lot of decisions from them in the month of May. Okay, in your bedroom, Leos, you have a hot dog card. This is the King of Rods. And so for those of you Leos, if it's especially the women, this is a man, that's, very exciting. They have a lot of passion, energy, confidence. They can sometimes be a little full of themselves or selfish. There's some ego stuff going on. But the card usually represents a fire sign person. If it's the Leo men with a woman, this means that the woman would be a very feisty fire sign who had no problem asserting herself in bed, in the bedroom, a person that's confident, exciting. And so if this is referring to the intimate life, though there will be quite a lot of passion in the month of May. Now, if it's regarding shared resources, because the 8th house also represents shared resources, then, this means that there's a man involved, and that, you may want to be sharing resources with this King of Rods. So for each of you, this is a general reading, you'll have to decide. But, if it's sharing resources, it's with a person that's very enterprising. They're usually older, they're usually a male, and they're usually a fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Something the Leos get along with and understand innately. Okay, in your 9th house, this is the house of travel, higher education, lawsuits, and publishing. So you have the card of sentimentality and reminiscence. So for some of you, you may have a trip that's connected with missing someone from your past, the place you grew up at, a childhood friend. It's a very, looking back and an innocent connection. So if any of you are going to see a friend, on a trip from college or from school or from your neighborhood, you would have a very sweet time because it's an innocent connection and it reminds you of your youth. If you're publishing, anything to do with children's books would be great. It would be successful because this is a card where, people would pick up on the naivete or the innocence, and it would be perfect for children. And it might even get inspired from some of your own memories from your youth. If it's higher education, it's only looking good if you're in some category that relates to kids or children, or maybe where you come from, a reminiscence or a biography of your past. And again, with higher education, working with children, anything to do with children, anything to do with something from your childhood, your memories. If you're, you wanted to be something when you were 10 and you never did it, you might go back to school now and take a class and see if you really, if it was what you thought it was when you were small. Okay, in your career house, you're appearing very strong. This is the 10th house, and this is how the world sees you. And you have all pentacles, like in the first house, how the world sees you, the banker, anchor, the real estate, maverick. And so that's a pentacle card. And then in how they see you in your career, they see you as skilled and successful. This is the card of someone who's no longer a novice. They might have learned through the school of hard knocks, but they're sharp and they're smart and they're skilled and they're good at what they do. and they also have the respect of their peers. Sometimes this also relates to building and crafts. It was the sort of Mason card at one time of the builders, but it can represent that you just bring very skilled labor and attention to your vocation or your career, and you're seen as a professional. And that's how you want to be seen. Your friendship house shows that you have ambitious friends around you. They want to get somewhere, they want to get something done, they want to achieve, their ambitions. So Leos, you're around some pretty ambitious people in the month of May. They're going to not want to be around people that are losers. These are the shakers, the bakers. It's a card of success. And so you yourself may not want to hang out with losers either. You just may want to hang out with people, that have the status of success. And so you'll have to decide if this is one of your friends who's going to travel or has become very ambitious. If you're traveling to see a childhood friend, perhaps, connection from your past, or if it's that you just want to associate yourself with successful people at this time in your life. And then finally, they say be careful what you wish for, because Leos, you got the wish card in your 12th house. And the 12th house is karma. Now, your karma might be that the universe wants to give you your wish, and it's hard for you to accept it. Like, sometimes the struggle to arrive and get somewhere, is greater than finally the satisfaction when you are there and you are comfortable and you are, one of the people that are the haves in this world. You might also find, was there a cost that you paid, spiritually to get to that place of financial comfort or success? Were there sacrifices that you made? Was your wish worth it? What was your wish when you were a little person, as opposed to what you wish for as an adult? So the wish card in your 12th house, it's one of the nicest cards in the deck. So I don't really want to read it in a problematic fashion. But I will say, be careful what you wish for. Like if you look at that expression, I think it came up in the world because, sometimes, there's that saying, gain the whole world and lose your soul. So it's important that in our lives we achieve what we desire, or it's important that we attempt to make our wishes into reality. But because this is in your karmic house, make sure that it's just not always about you, being satisfied with a shit-eating grin on your face, that you've attained, a level of happiness, or you wished for, financial stability and comfort and real estate, and you got it, at the expense of others. And so you'll have to decide for yourselves why the wish card is showing up in the house where it's sometimes considered your house of self-sabotage. It's sometimes considered, your blind spot or what you don't see, your bondage. Is it important for you to always get your wish, like it's a competition and you have to win at any cost? So anyway, that you can think about, in the month of May, Leos. But you're going to be looking very good professionally. There's a lot of passion in your bedroom, which I think you Leos don't mind. Expect a curveball from a new love, a child, or a pet. Surprise, not always of the best sort. But you have enough stability right now because with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, these are seasoned money cards where there's a great deal of wealth or stability or comfort, and you're seen in your profession as being a person that is respected. So for the month, I think it's a generally very good reading for you, Leos. I hope you have a successful and productive month, and I will see you next month for your forecast for June. Take good care. Bye.